What's going on, guys? My name is Shane, for those of you who might not know, and today I'm really excited because I'm starting a brand new series. So basically, I went on Snapchat and Instagram and asked you guys about this idea that I had and what you thought of it. Favorites are one of my favorite videos to not only watch here on YouTube, but also to film myself. But I don't go out all the time purchasing brand new products. And because of that, I don't always have a favorites every month. When I do film a favorites, but I don't have one every single month. Now recently I was going through my makeup collection and I'm like, you know what? There's a lot of products that I already own that I love that all fall under the same color category. The idea that I pitched to you guys was doing a favorites every month, not of products that I've gone out and purchased, but products that I already own and that I already love and I use all the time. So basically I've been I think this is like my 5th take trying to do this video. I don't know why I'm so nervous. I literally record every single day, but I'm trying to explain this video in the simplest way possible and I just can't. So here we go. I'm gonna try to explain it in a very simple way. Basically, every single month I'm gonna pick one color. Of course, this month I chose pink because that just happens to be my favorite color. And I'm gonna collect all the products that I already own that are pink and show them to you on this video. Now, next month will not be pink. It could be blue, it could be green, it could be purple, it could be red. You guys are going to decide, so go ahead and leave it down in the comments which color you wanna see next. I hope as we jump more into this video, it'll make a little bit more sense. I have a lot of products to show you, so let's go ahead and get started. So I'm going to categorize these products as best as I possibly can. Some are sort of miscellaneous products. Oh, side note. This video is not going to be like other favorites where it includes beauty and then sometimes people throw in music or movies or really anything. This is all going to be strictly beauty. That includes nail polish. So with that said, let's jump right into my favorite pink blushes. We're starting with these 3. They're all, oh my goodness, that one jumped out at me. And I adjusted you a little bit because you were a little too low for me. The first 3 blushes that I'm going to show you are all from Milani. Now, I picked these up probably at the beginning of fall of last year because I heard so much about the Milani baked powder blushes, but I couldn't get my hands on them because they would sell out so fast. So I saw these, which are just powder blushes, so they're just not baked. But this color that I'm holding here is number 1 Romantic Rose, and this color I have used almost every single day for the past year. I love these blushes because they're pigmented but not overly pigmented, so you don't have to worry about just dipping your brush in there and then going on your face and just getting way too much blush. We've all been there, we've all done that. I feel like this has the perfect amount of color payoff. And this particular color, the Romantic Rose one, is just such a nice mauve-y, dusty rose color. I feel like it could go with so many skin tones. At least I know that it suits us pasty people. I swear to God, my tripod has a mind of its own. It keeps, I don't know what it's doing. For my skin tone, at least, it really works, but I still feel like if you have a darker complexion that you could really pull off this color. And it's a little bit more expensive than your typical than your typical drugstore blush, but it's still under $10, where if you look at any high-end blush, you're gonna be paying well over $10. And that's why I picked up 3. So the next one that I have to show you is a little bit more pink than the first. I'll compare it to the first one I just showed you, but this is number 8 in Tea Rose. So it's definitely a little bit more, I would say kind of corally or a little bit maybe peachy. There's one of these that are sort of peach. No, this is definitely more, oh my goodness. Okay, that should be the last time that my tripod moves. I'm sorry. But no, this is more of like the peachy blush that I own. So this was the first one that I showed you that was a little bit more mauve. So can you see the difference where one is a little bit more mauve and dusty, where this one's more of a true pink, but I feel like it has a little bit of peachy undertones. If you can see the the roses. You can definitely tell that I've used this one much more, but that is only because we're now just entering the warm season. So I will definitely be reaching for this one more often and the next one I'm going to show you. So the third Milani blush that looks like this one is number 5 in Coral Cove. So this is definitely the coral one that I was talking about. It's bright, it's vibrant. I cannot wait to use this in the summertime. Again, I haven't been able to touch it yet because it has been so cold and it is just so vibrant. So I mean, this out of the 3 is definitely the most pigmented and the brightest out of the 3. So if you're not a fan of bright blush, you might want to steer away from this one, but personally I love it and I cannot wait to use it. The fourth blush that I'm going to show you is again from Milani, but this time it's a baked blush. Why can't I talk today? Why can't I talk any day? I had heard so much about this on YouTube, like it was actually ridiculous how much I heard about this blush, but this is in the color number 5 Luminoso, and it's such a peach blush. It's gorgeous though. This definitely is the peachiest blush that I own. It is stunning though, and what I love about these blushes is, first of all, they're just super pigmented. Look at that. Look at that. That is crazy to me. They're just super pigmented. They look gorgeous on your hands. I know my swatches aren't going to be great, but I hope the close-ups at least give you a little bit of a better look at these. But not only does this blush just have a lot of pigmentation, but it also seems to have a little bit of a highlighting effect. I don't know, I can see why it was worth the hype, and I think this was probably around the same price as these, maybe a tiny bit cheaper, but still definitely affordable because you can find these in any drugstore. But I know if you cannot get your hands on Luminoso, I grabbed the last one after weeks of searching for it. Trust me, it sells out quickly. I know that for a fact that you can find them on Amazon, but just be a little careful for that because they might charge you a little bit more than when you can find one in the drugstore. One more blush, and this is actually a MAC blush, and this is the only MAC blush that I own. I think I got this during the holidays of 2014, I want to say. If you can see during the close-up how it kind of has like sparkly packaging. It was a holiday limited edition, but this is in the color Modest Blush, and I use this blush so freaking much. So much. Once again, it's very pigmented. It's not a cream blush, but it almost feels that way when I'm swatching it. Like it's just very, very, very smooth. Again, very, very pigmented. Just again, one of those soft, dusty rose colors. So I'm not sure if maybe MAC carries something very similar to this, or maybe Modest Blush is part of their permanent line. I'm not 100% sure. I know at least the packaging is limited edition, but if you can get your hands on this, I really would. Okay, we're done with blushes, so we're gonna head into lip products, and I'm going to warn you, there's a ton of them. If you remember these guys, you have been around with me for quite a while, but they are the Melted lipsticks from Too Faced. Now, I have a love-hate relationship with these because they are so unbelievably gorgeous on you, but they don't last long at all. It's so unfortunate, but I could not pass up putting them in my favorites, and I hope when you see the swatches that you'll understand why they're stunning. So I'm gonna try to categorize these by lightest to darkest. I'm not gonna talk too much about them though, because I did do 2 totally separate videos for these. I did the Melted Originals, and then I did the Melted Metals, which I have, I think, just 2 of those here. So if you want to see those, I'll make sure that I have them down in this description if you want to check it out and learn a little bit more about my opinions of these. Otherwise, this video is just going to go through the colors that I love that are pink and show you brief swatches. So the first one is a Melted Metal. This is in the color Metallic Debutante. I always always screw up that word. I'm not sure if I pronounced it right, but this is really gorgeous. Now it's a little bit like on the orangey peach side, so I find it personally a little bit hard to wear myself on a daily basis. I mean, I definitely could, but for this particular lipstick, I found that I had to wear sort of a pinky tone lip liner underneath to give this a little bit more of a pink color. Just by itself, it just sort of made me look a little bit bizarre, but with a lip liner, I thought it looked really gorgeous. But if you're not a fan of like orangey peach lip products, then I personally wouldn't recommend it, but it is a gorgeous color. This one is probably one of my favorites out of all of them. This is Chihuahua, and it's just the original melted lipsticks. This is sort of like my everyday wearable lip color. This is like my lip color, only so much better. So I'm in a little bit of a pickle because I wasn't sure. No, these two are definitely purples. Well, we'll save those for when we do purple. So we'll talk about the last two that I'm going to show you for this video. So I will talk about this one first, which again is a melted metal liquid lipstick. This is in the color Metallic Macaron. It's just a stunning hot pink. But with this one, compared to the one that I'm about to show you, this one is a little bit more on the coral side. So again, I think this is going to be perfect for the springtime, where I kind of want more neutrals, not really pastel-y tones, but more coral tones, where in the summertime, I want like more vibrant, in-your-face colors. So I think this is a gorgeous pick for spring. And the last one that I have to show you is called Fuchsia from the original Melted, and it's pretty much exactly what it is. It's a hot fuchsia. This thing is bright. It reminds me so much of Candy Yum Yum from MAC, if you know what I'm talking about. It's just a super Nicki Minaj pink. I have two of these Kat Von D liquid lipsticks to show you. You guys know that I am obsessed with these, and for good reasons. They are just so amazing. I have two pink colors from her line, and I'm not sure if she has any more pink colors. These might be the only two pink colors in this particular line. Don't quote me, but I think that's true. But on my lips, actually, I'm wearing this first one called Mother. It's just a little bit of a toned down pink. Again, I think it's perfect for an everyday wearable look. So if you're a fan of pink lipsticks but are a little bit too afraid to do like bam in your face hot pink lips, I think this would be a perfect fit. And on the opposite side of that, we have Backstage Bambi, which is a hot pink. I am a fan of hot pink. Although baby pink is my favorite color, I love hot pink for the lips. Three more lip products, and they're all MAC lipsticks. Now, do you remember when I was just talking about Candy Yum Yum? Well, look at that segue, because we have Candy Yum Yum, and look at how bright it is just in the packaging by itself. When I saw this, the angels called out to me and they're like, girl, you have to have this, you have to have this. I am obsessed with this color. I reach for this color all the time in the summer, so if you see or watch my vlogs or any other video really this summer, you're probably gonna see this a lot because it is one of my favorite MAC lipsticks. And I believe they carry it all the time, but I do know Candy Yum Yum is very popular. There were several times I had to go back to the MAC store to see if they had it in stock, so if you don't want to waste a couple trips, I would try to call and see if they can put it aside for you. The next two MAC lipsticks I have are actually super similar to each other. The first one I'll show you is called Pink Plaid, and I just really love this color because I bought it when I was in college, so it's just such a nice like nudie pink. I wore this almost every single day in college. Again, a very everyday wearable look. Whenever I'm buying lipsticks, mostly I try to be rational and try to think of the most wearable lipsticks for every single day, because I know I'm not going to be able to wear a hot pink lip every single day. So I picked up this one. With that same mindset, I picked out Please Me, which is, I just put the two side by side really quick just to get like a better idea of them. But this one was Was it? Okay, so this one right here was that pink plaid one that I showed you, so Please Me. They're very, 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 very similar. Just Please Me is a tiny bit more pink than nude, like pink plaid is. Whoops, I lied. One more pink lip product and then we'll move on. You guys have heard me rant and rave, and I love this product. This is the Palladio Raspberry Lip Liner. I've seen this sold at Sally's. I think they actually sell it now at Target. I love it. It's a cream eyeliner. Oh, there's some still in here. That's so exciting. I thought it was empty. You see how excited I got? I love this lip liner. It's very inexpensive. I think it's maybe $5 or $6. The only thing is that it can break off kind of easy if you're a little bit too rough with it, so just be super gentle. But that's really easy to do because these are super creamy and they glide on your lips. This with this is unstoppable, and I don't mean this particular color, I just mean the line in itself. If you line your lips first with this and then with this, oh my god. That's all I'm gonna say about that product. Okay, so we'll do eyeshadows next, then nail polishes, and then miscellaneous, but they're all beauty related. Two eyeshadow singles that I have to show you are both from NYX. And unfortunately, one of the colors rubbed off, but the other color that I'm going to show you is called Gumdrop. And again, they're very, very, very similar. I don't even know if you'll be able to tell the difference on camera. Again, I hope with the close-ups that helps a little bit to tell the difference, but they are stunning colors. And whenever I go for like a pink look, I usually reach for these two. One is just a tiny bit lighter than the other, but I use them, like I'll usually do an ombre effect if I'm doing pink on my lids. Like I'll do a white and then I'll do the lighter pink and then I'll do the darker pink, and then sometimes I go into like a really dark pink just for the outer corner. But these two are amazing. I found that these NYX singles are really, really good, except for a blue color that I picked out. It was like a cobalt blue. I did not like it, but that's the only one that I haven't liked out of all of these little singles that I've picked out from NYX. And I just think their packaging is so cute. I have two eyeshadow palettes to show you, and now the eyeshadows aren't in particular pink, but the packaging is. So I'll start with the Stardust palette from Too Faced. When I got this palette, I was more excited than I had ever been about any palette because it had so many colors that I did not own. I have, you know what I mean, like you'll go out and, you know, a new Naked palette comes out, but I feel that it's all pretty similar colors except for the Naked 3, but this one just had colors that I've really never seen before in a palette, or that I've personally never owned. More so like this maroon burgundy color here, this orange color, which I actually use quite often whenever I do my everyday makeup, like the bronze look, this like burnt brown up here. I don't know, I want to use this palette more often, to be totally honest, because it is so gorgeous. But I don't know if this was limited edition. I kind of wish I figured that out before I decided to show you guys this, but I do love it and it's so dirty. And the other pink palette that I have to show you is again from Too Faced. It's the Natural Eyes palette. Don't mind this palette, my daughter got into it and stuck her little fingers in there. But I have been reaching for this palette almost every single day. I've been more so reaching for this color here called Push Up, and then for this color here for a crease color called Nudie, and I've been reaching for Silk Teddy as well. I just think A, the names are so cute, and secondly, they're super, super pigmented. What I like about these little tin palettes from Too Faced is that they're cheaper than the Chocolate Bar, the Peach palette, all those big palettes. I think these are more close to $35 or so versus the $52, $54 that you pay for the big palettes. So if you are even looking at the Naked palettes, maybe you want to look into these palettes first to get you know, a good range of colors and get a little more practice in with them before you go out and spend a lot of money on big palettes that you might not even use. Alright, moving on to nail polishes. I only have two nail polishes to show you, and they're both from Essie. The first one is this very light baby pink. This is actually my favorite color, and this color is called Fiji, and I picked it up quite recently, so I think it's, ooh, excuse me, I'm catching it. I think it's still out in the stores. I very rarely will see Essie like drop a color, especially something like this where a lot of people would wear this. I just think it's gorgeous, and again, this color itself reminds me of spring, where on the other hand we have Cute as a Button which is almost like it's like a bright pink, but it almost has a little bit of an orangey undertone to it. I feel like this color is so hard to explain, but it's so bright and so pretty on your nails. I cannot wait to wear it for summer. 3 miscellaneous items and then we're done. It's so sad. So the first miscellaneous is High Beam from Benefit. This is a liquid highlighter, and when I first bought it, I had swatched it in the store and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. And then I went home and I swatched it again and I was like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. But what I found is that liquid highlighters are a little bit tricky, especially if you learned on powder or really only use powder. It's a little bit tricky to learn how to blend it out and how much and where to put it, especially because this dries so fast. But if you do put it on right, it is stunning. It's like your face is, oh my god, I can't explain it. It's just so freaking pretty. I love this highlighter. Now, I wasn't sure whether I should put this in a blue or a pink favorite, so I just ended up putting it in my pink one, but it's the True Blue Spa Look Ma New Hands Hand Lotion. This makes your hands feel so freaking soft. It is amazing what this does for your hands, and I have extremely dry skin. I have a little bit of oily skin during the summertime, but overall, especially in the winter, my skin is so dry and my hands can get to that point of where they literally crack and bleed. Like, it is brutal, and I have tried so many different hand lotions, but I feel like not only does this hand lotion just moisturize your hands, but I feel like it sort of repairs them at the same time. Maybe I'm crazy, but I've been using this hand lotion since I was in high school, so about 6 years ago, I believe now. So I have been using it for quite a while. I love this stuff. Oh, I love it. I'm gonna put some on now because my hands could use it. And the last product that I'm going to show you, the packaging itself is not pink, but it's the Pink Peppermint Foot Cream. Now, this stuff is pretty amazing. 1, it smells amazing. 2, the color is just everything. I'll show you. If you, I've shown this several times on my channel recently, but if you're new or you haven't seen any of those videos, oh my god, look how pretty it is. So it's, what are you doing? Is that a hair? Okay. Oh my god. Oh, gross. I don't even think it's hair. It literally looks like, oh no, that's hair. That's so funny. Guys, I just have really hairy feet. I'm kidding, but no, this stuff is amazing. It's a foot cream, so usually what I'll do, especially since the summer is coming up and my feet need some healing, I'll usually put this on either at night or if I'm going to work, and I'll like lather it on my feet and then wear cotton socks, and I just feel like after I take off the socks, my feet feel amazingly. Now, I've mentioned this before as well, so if I'm repeating myself to some people, I do apologize, but I do want to say this for the people who are new to this channel and new to this product, that when the saleswoman sold this to me, she said that not only is it a foot cream, but it also helps with sore muscles and headaches. Now, I was 100% skeptical when I bought it, and she was telling me all this, but I'm like, I'm buying it for the foot cream part, not for the miracle worker part. So if it works for that, great. If it doesn't, it doesn't. That night I went home and my husband had a headache, and I'm like, don't take any Advil. I have a product that I really want to try because I wanted to let you guys know if it actually worked. And believe it or not, his headache didn't go away, but he said it felt so much better. He still wanted to take an aspirin, but he said it was just very soothing and just very relaxing and just helped his headache a little bit. I haven't had the opportunity to try it on any sore muscles. I have a really bad knee, and I don't really think that would work for that, so I'm not really going to test it on my knee. But But for sure, if one of us are feeling sore one day, I'll whip out this bad boy and give it a try. Oh, it's so sad. I hate when videos come to an end, but that was my first color series favorite. I hope you guys enjoyed. I had so much fun. I'm so excited that I get to bring favorites back regularly to my channel. Of course, if I have brand new products that I want to share with you guys in a regular favorites, then you'll get 2 favorites that month. Maybe. But if you guys did enjoy, please go ahead and leave a big old thumbs up. It definitely helps me out a lot. And if you want to be notified about my next video, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. I would love you to join our family, and I will see you guys in our next video. Bye!